In 1947, Los Angeles woke up to a crime so disturbing it still has no answers. A woman was found murdered, cut cleanly in half, and left in public view, almost as if someone wanted the world to see. But the most terrifying part, the killer was never caught. Her name was Elizabeth Short. The newspapers, however, gave her a much darker name, the Black Dahlia. She was young, just 22 years old, and she wanted to be an actress. Like so many others, she came to Hollywood chasing a dream. Instead, she became America's most infamous unsolved mystery. It all began on a cold January morning. A woman walking with her child noticed something strange lying in an empty lot. At first, she thought it was a mannequin, discarded and broken. Then, as she got closer, the horrifying truth set in. It was real. The body had been carefully placed. There were no signs of a struggle at the scene, and perhaps most unnervingly, there was no blood nearby. It was as if the crime had happened somewhere else entirely, and the body was just staged. The police were shocked by the sheer precision of the cuts. This wasn't a crime of random, frenzied violence. This was deliberate. This was calculated. And then the letters started arriving. Someone claiming to be the killer began sending letters to the newspapers. They were filled with taunts, mocking the police for their inability to solve the crime. The sender even included some of Elizabeth's personal belongings, her birth certificate, photos, and address book, just to prove they were the real deal. They promised to turn themselves in, promised more clues, but every single lead went cold. Hollywood, a city built on stories, was immediately consumed by rumors and theories. Was it a doctor, someone with surgical skills? Was it a powerful studio executive, a man with something to hide? Everyone had a theory, but no real proof ever materialized. As the initial investigation dragged on, crucial mistakes started to pile up. Evidence was mishandled. Witnesses were either ignored or their testimonies were lost in the chaos. Dozens of people confessed, but every single confession collapsed under scrutiny. The city became obsessed with the case. The media frenzy was unlike anything seen before, but as the years turned into decades, the trail grew colder. New suspects would emerge every so often. A former detective, a private investigator, even family members of potential culprits came forward with their own theories. But still, nothing stuck. Every new idea seemed to explain one part of the crime, but never the whole picture. The killer clearly knew anatomy. The killer knew how to manipulate the media. And most chillingly, the killer knew how to disappear without a trace. They were a ghost who committed one of the most audacious crimes imaginable, and then simply vanished. Elizabeth Short never got justice. Her case was eventually closed without a definitive answer. But her story, the legend of the Black Dahlia, refused to die. To this day, it remains one of the most disturbing and compelling unsolved crimes in American history. It's because someone committed an act so bold, so calculated, so public, and just walked away, never identified, never punished, and never ever found. It makes you wonder what other secrets a city like Los Angeles might be holding. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by unsolved mysteries like this one, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the unknown.